warp cannon! Wipe their precious ark off the face of Cybertron! Yes, sir! No one leaves without my permission. I wasn't asking. Always defiant to the end, aren't you, Prime? At every turn, you have thwarted my efforts to save this planet, to return it to its former glory. No more! This day it all ends, Prime! Once and for all!
Megatron, look out!
Stop running, you fool! Stand and fight!
Autobots, transform and roll out. I'm Chris Lockey, and our search for the ultimate weapon continues on today's Energon-fueled episode of Headshot with Transformers: Fall of Cybertron. Last week we took a sneak peek at the big bad BOW from the upcoming Resident Evil 6. But we started our countdown to extinction earlier this month with a look at the high-tech arsenal of Cybertron's Scientist multiplayer class. Today we're headed back to war-torn Cybertron for a take on another one of my favorite multiplayer classes, the Destroyer. Known as the leader in War for Cybertron, the Destroyer is basically the quarterback of any well-rounded Transformers team. This is your Optimus Prime or your Soundwave, the guy running the plays and running them hard. Weapons include the Riot Cannon, the heat-seeking Thermo-Rocket Cannon, the A4 Pulsar Cannon, and the eminently deadly Chaos Rift Combustor. As the tender phrases Cannon and Combustor suggest, these four weapons are what earned the Destroyer its new name. The Riot Cannon, known as the Fusion Cannon in War for Cybertron, is the Destroyer's default primary weapon. A modified fusion rocket launcher, its enhanced exhaust rumbler propels rockets forward at an extremely high speed. Ion Cartridge increases the amount of ammo within a clip, Sonic Blast increases the Riot Cannon's rate of fire, and with Planet Buster active, the last shot in the clip deals significantly more damage over a larger radius. I don't want to have to count on that last well-timed shot, so more often than not I'll take the Sonic Blast upgrade to keep the good times rolling. The Destroyer's default secondary weapon is the Thermo-Rocket Cannon, a heat-seeking rocket launcher equipped with the latest Holomaster lock-on tech. Ammo is limited due to the volatile nature of the rockets, so you may want to upgrade with the Amplifier Pack, which increases the amount of reserve ammo over the Hyper Interlink, which speeds up reload time. And the Omega Pulse Charge decreases the Thermo-Rocket Cannon's lock-on time. If you're dealing with a lot of elusive scientists and pesky infiltrators, the Omega Pulse is a great way to close the distance and eliminate any would-be escapees. The A4 Pulsar Cannon fires a slow but explosive plasma projectile with an immense damage radius. The projectile can be manually detonated at any time. Essentially, the A4 Pulsar is a revision of War for Cybertron's Magma Frag Launcher. In the upgrade department, Transwarp bullets increase the fired projectile's speed, Ion Cartridge, as always, increases the amount of ammo within a clip, and Cyberthermic Frag increases the fired projectile's explosion radius. Ion Cartridge tends to shine a bit brighter with the A4 Pulsar due to its extremely slow reload, but ultimately the Cyberthermic Frag upgrade is where it's at. The more inescapable your attacks, the more lethal your assault. Last but not least, the Chaos Rift Combustor fires a Chaos Master bomb that clusters out on impact or when manually detonated. The left trigger fine aim mode displays the bomb's trajectory for precision aiming. Standard issue Hyper Interlink and Amplifier packs are available, but the top tier Chaos Fuse upgrade increases the number of flak grenades that cluster out on impact. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Once upgraded, the damage is practically off the chart for this thing. Rate of fire, however, is painfully slow, so you'll need a steady rhythm and swift trajectory to make the most of it. And it took me a while to switch up to a right trigger detonation from the left trigger action of the A4 Pulsar. When it comes down to it, the Chaos Rift Combustor is one of the deadliest weapons in the game. Whatever you do, keep an eye on that splash damage before you send yourself to oblivion. The Destroyer's robot abilities include the Diffraction Barrier and the Hover Slam. Diffraction Barrier is a deployable barrier that the user can shoot through while protected from all incoming fire. Fortify increases the active time for the barrier, while enemies who pass through it are slowed by the Ensnare upgrade. And One-Way Barrier creates a barrier that is only transparent on the backside. Hover Slam grants you the ability to hover in the air and do a ground pound. While Aerial Camper is active, your ability resource does not drain while hovering in place. Bug Out increases hover speed, and Dive Bomb increases the radius of the hover ground pound. Properly upgraded, it's a fun and effective way to bring the pain. My go-to loadout for the Destroyer includes the Sonic Blast Riot Cannon, Chaos Rift Combustor with trademark Chaos Fuse, and the Ensnared Diffraction Barrier. The combo of the barrier's Ensnare and the Combustor's Chaos Fuse is a force to be reckoned with, especially in narrow confines of corridors or when capturing and holding objectives. I'm a Conquest man, and the Destroyer's barrier ability and heavy firepower make it a must-have for any well-rounded objective-based team. When I'm not flying the friendly skies as a scientist class, I'll open up an old-fashioned can of Optimus Whoop-Ass with the Destroyer. An experienced player can dominate the leaderboard with a properly spec'd Destroyer and a decent team. On the other hand, the balance of defense and aggression make the Destroyer appealing to newcomers. So if it's your first time on Cybertron, take the Destroyer for a spin. You might like the ride. And until next time, this is Chris Lockey saying good luck. You're gonna need it. It's a cruel, cruel summer, so stay one step ahead of your virtual enemies by subscribing directly to Headshot, where gameplay strategy and gonzo journalism collide. And if all else fails, follow me on Twitter @ChrisLockey for ongoing updates from the Asylum.